Hey guys, it's Demo out there. Hey, I was out flying today and I was getting pretty acrobatic with this thing, and I actually snapped off one of my rotors here. It's actually the motor mount, but you can see that this is just kind of splayed out. Now, don't be afraid though, this thing is very, very strong. I came in at quite a hard angle and ditched it pretty hard, so probably one of my hardest crashes ever onto a field of grass that had some ground showing though, so it wasn't as soft as grass. So I'm going to do a little repair job here. I'm going to get this motor mounted up here, and we'll see how it goes. Do make sure that when you buy the motor and the little arm here, that you buy the proper one. This one is like let me see if this says it here. I forget, it says like a counterclockwise, and I think it's made specifically for the back right, and that's the one that I broke right here, as you see. So I'm going to pause the video here and I'll go forward from here. The first thing that I need to do is take out 4 screws, and these are extremely small screws. You can see this is a very fine tip Phillips head screwdriver, and let's get this in the shot here. And it looks like you just have to unscrew this a bit. So we'll do all 4 and I'll come back. Okay guys, I've got all 4 screws taken off. Let me flip this over here, see if I can take a look. Okay, so we got a little dome here. Pretty simple. It looks like that I'll need to unscrew this from here. Looks like there might be a screw from the bottom, so I need to take off the that's great. I need to take off the screw that holds in the cable holder here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So this is the broken arm here, and after further inspection, I'm not going to take out this this little plug here. I think all I need to do actually is to remove this screw, and this whole arm should slide out. So I'm going to do that now. I'll do it on camera, so you guys can see. Went right inside there. I got it. Let me see if I can pull this out here. Let's see if I can get a good shot here. Yep, there it comes. Looks like it comes straight out. It looks like the cables kind of double back on themselves. And it looks like I just need to unplug looks like there's probably a light cable and a motor cable, and luckily it's the one that's closest to the corner here. So it is, let me get my screwdriver, I'll use a pointer, so it's plugged in directly to here, and the light cable, let's see here, is plugged, oh boy, I believe it's this one right there. So I'm going to unplug these guys and get them up. I'm going to try and do this off camera so I'm not too distracted, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all put together. And if there's any quirks about getting this back together, I'll let you know. Just a quick little note before you stick this into the slot where it goes through, these cables actually double back, and there's a little tunnel underneath where that's going to go into. So you do need to tuck these underneath before you insert it into the model. So let me go ahead and do that now while I have you here. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get that in frame here so you guys can actually see. And I see, okay. This is going to go all the way in. That allows my 2 cables to come forward free and plug into my 2 spots. One being right here and the other one being right there. So why don't I do that on camera? I don't know. Why don't I? Let's see here. See if I can plug this in properly while on camera. Whoa. Okay, I'm plugging this in backwards. That's good. Good job. Unless it needs to be. No. That was actually correct. It's funny because it's red, 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 and then when I plug this one in, it's black the other way. I didn't notice if that's the way it was before. Nope, it's red. Never mind. So it is correct. Alright. Now for this little guy. Whew. I wish I had a pair of tweezers right about now. There we go. There, and I think I'm pretty much repaired now. I just have to put on my, looks like I have to put on the the rotor now. So I'll patch this back together. I'm just going to give it a quick test, and then I will put on the rotor on camera. Guys, just a quick little note: make sure that you keep your screws off the table. I had one stuck to my motor. Obviously, it's magnetized, so I couldn't find it for a little while, and now I had to back. So keep your screws away from the motors. Alright, so let me just do a quick little job here. I do need to still put the screw into this right here. I haven't done it quite yet. But let me see. So to take the rotor off, let's see here. See if I can get a clear shot. See if we can do this here. Alright, there we go. There's a little screw here that holds on the propeller. And I think some sort of shaft that comes up. I'm not sure though. We'll see what happens here. Okay, so I got this off. Pull off this guy right here, and it looks like there's a shaft in here that maybe I pushed down on the top. Possibly. It's nice. There's a bearing in here. It looks like that I need to take that little shaft out of there. Wait a second. No, maybe not. Looks like the shaft is already there, so I just need to put the new prop onto this new shaft here. And these are plastic, which is very lightweight. Pretty cool. Alright, so I actually just need to put the prop on, and let me go ahead and do that now. And there's a little flat cutout right there that you can see that's like obviously where the screw is going to go into and mesh against to keep it from spinning. So before I put this in, I'm going to actually get this screw started in the plastic, so make it
okay, guys. So for about the next 4 minutes, I struggled with this tiny screw. I went in very easily once I figured out how to do it. But I'm not going to bore you guys by making you watch 4 minutes of video.
Ever, really flying. All right, fellas, I'm going to do a quick little test here, just to make sure everything's working properly. Hopefully, it is. It's going to boop boop. I'm just going to give it a tiny bit of rotor spin here. Yep, this one's spinning the correct direction. These two are spinning the correct opposite direction, so let's see here. Yep, that looks to be working just fine, so I'm just going to pop everything back together, and we should be good to go. Just to let you know, this little assembly here that I took off, you know, it's a shame that you can't just buy this little shaft here and redo it, but I can see why they don't let you do that, because it has the connectors on the end, and how do you get the connectors through there? But, you know, you do have to buy a whole new motor. Even though this motor's not bad, you know, at least I'll have a motor in case anything does go bad. I'll have an extra motor and some gears laying around. Not bad. But I'm going to go ahead and put the 4 screws back in here. I'll turn this off, and it should be ready to go, and I'll show you guys that in a sec. I'm ready to put the screws back in. Couldn't be any easier. We're just going to drop these 4 screws down in. They are very deep recesses, so these kind of just drop down in there and they go right into place. Let me see if I can get these in there. So once they're in, and then you just got to screw them down. And this outside body is actually quite lightweight. I mean, it could be lighter. If you wanted to go without the outer body, the little UFO body, you could just unplug the lights underneath it, run it without, which would be kind of neat. It would lighten this thing up, make it even perform better than it does. I mean, I had this thing at the park today, and I was just doing huge figure 8 configurations, doing flips and tricks, and had a group of school kids that came by. They were just oohing and awing. They were like, "Oh my goodness!" Which, you know, I just had to. I waited because they were actually just coming through the park, and once they were away, then I was back to my tricks. Really enjoying this thing. Like I said, I just never thought that this was going to be as fun as it actually is. So maybe I'll get a couple little bits of flying video here in the lab once again. So that's my quick little tutorial on how to replace a broken arm on your HP or Hobby People quad helis, HELI''S. Anyone can fly a quad, right? Even I can with my limited flying experience. So I'm really having a lot of fun with this. Get out there and enjoy the sport. Thanks, guys.
Okay, so that's the end of the video, guys. Hopefully it helped you guys out. You know, it's everyone here feeds off each other and helps each other out. So I appreciate you guys watching, and have a great day.